Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for mid-May 2024. We're just going to jump right in here. You have this card that says communication is key. You also have this card that says don't let your past hold you back. This card is New Moon in Gemini, and you have, of course, Jupiter moving into Gemini this month. So communication could be really important for you. It is in your fourth house, but it doesn't matter, right? They could still be connected. That don't let your past hold you back card. Again, a lot of what Pisces is dealing with in the astrology is, having to do with like self-worth and needing to realize that you deserve something amazing in your life and needing to let go of like past karma. I mean karma as in like if you feel like you aren't worthy of making money, correcting that or working on money blocks. If you feel like you're not worthy of love here, then, it could be, have to do with needing to fix those types of feelings or blockages or whatever you want to call them here. And so I feel for a lot of you that you could be in a period of time where you're kind of correcting those things or you are, dealing with that energy. So let's see what comes up for you here at this time, Pisces. You have the communication is key card, like I said, and don't let the past hold you back. Again, I think this is past karma and things like that. You start with the Lovers, the Temperance card, and the Nine of Pentacles. The Lovers could represent love coming into your life here. So if you're looking for love, then I feel like there could be a new connection coming in for you. This first row just represents your current general energies. We're doing current general energies, what's coming towards you in the good stuff. So I wouldn't even worry about that tower. It's coming up in the good stuff. But what I would say here is I feel in your general energies, a lot of you, you could be thinking about love for sure. I would say the rest of this month, May, and also into June, it looks to me like you could have, your focus could be kind of, I wouldn't say it's like switching to love, but I feel that there could be moments where you're saying to yourself like, oh, I really want love. Or, I would, it's just like something that's maybe kind of coming up to the top of your mind. I also feel that you have a lot of choices to make right now with the Lovers. Originally, the Lovers was like called the Choice. And it was a card of being at a crossroads, having a choice to make. And so, again, I would, it kind of looks to me like you're weighing your options here. You have the Temperance card. Temperance is about patience, of course, and trying to turn situations around. I do think like a lot of Pisces try to do this. It's like if you're in this, it's like I think that Pisces is kind of like sometimes hopelessly optimistic, right? It's like we could be in a really crappy situation, whatever it is, work, love, money, business, whatever, and we still kind of think very optimistically. We still think very positively, even when we don't, right? We still maybe no matter what, we always have like that little glimmer of hope, And so I feel like, but I kind of get this feeling of like having learned lessons on like certain situations in your life that can't be fixed or, needing to learn how to just release things that just aren't meant to be. And, that's kind of a weird message for the Temperance card, but really that's what I'm getting is that you've kind of like learned these lessons and now you are kind of applying that to your life. And again, that could have to do with the whole past karma thing that's showing up here in the reading. You have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, of course, is a card of financial independence. So I feel for a lot of you, money looks pretty good this month. And, especially moving forward into June, I think that you could be improving your financial situation. That is an action. That is not something that magically will happen in your life. So you're going to have to do something to improve it. But it does look like you have the talents, gifts, skills, and abilities necessary to improve your financial situation. Again, she has these grapes behind her, and the grapes in the tarot kind of represent, some sort of talent, gift, skill, or ability. She can do something really well, which is grow those grapes, which is hard to do as well. So it's like you can do something. You have a skill that could potentially like increase your finances, but I feel like you have to kind of use it. With the Lovers, you have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it could be a very passionate new connection coming in for you, especially this way. It could be a Scorpio. I mean, you have two Scorpio cards here, even though it's a Tower. Again, the Tower is showing up in the good stuff. I feel that with the King of Swords, it could be someone who's more mature, who has their stuff together, but definitely a very passionate connection. There's clearly a change coming. I mean, the Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. You have the Death card, which is a transformation or a change, and you have the Tower, which is a big, kind of like a big change coming in for you. With the Temperance card, you have the Four of Swords. Yeah, like a lot of reflection time. I think you've had a lot of reflection time. I mean, you have Pluto on your 12th. And so a lot of you could just be reflecting on your life, reflecting on, the things that you've been through, the lessons you've learned. And again, I think the important thing is to apply those lessons to your life, when you apply them, then you're showing the universe that you learned. So I would make sure that you're not just reflecting. I would make sure that, really this card, there's someone being blessed right here. But again, to get those blessings, we have to, there's an action required. We have to put into practice the things that we have learned. Then we get the blessings. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Five of Pentacles. Again, I do feel like some of you are feeling like lonely, or you're feeling left out in the cold here, or you just have this feeling of feeling like something is missing. But I do feel like you're about to like attract a person. Again, June, I am going to do the June readings, obviously. And, I kind of feel like the June will be a really good time for love for you. And also the whole entire summer. So if you're feeling like left out in the cold, or if you're feeling like you never get what you want with the Five of Pentacles, then, I kind of feel like you could be stepping into a time where you are getting more of what you want out of life. You have this coyote, it says trust in divine detours. You also have this pig spirit, it says use your mind wisely. I think you've learned a lot of lessons again with those like spiritual flat tires, or, when in those moments where you do try to get something to work that just isn't working in your life. It's like you could be starting to realize that, when something doesn't work, it's almost like your intuition is the thing that is saying like, hey, this isn't going to work and you need to make a change. So I feel like you have maybe learned that these divine detours are something to kind of pay attention to. That pig kind of has wings on it, and I do feel like saying when pigs fly. So I feel like there could be some sort of blessing or something really good coming in for you. That kind of seems a little bit impossible. You have the Ten of Cups, Death card, and the Justice card. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, or improvements coming into your life after, a long period of time. It's also happy home, happy family. But I kind of get the feeling, for some of you, I do feel you could be discovering a new connection, someone you'll have a family with if that's what you desire. I also do feel it is that optimism that I was talking about. They're standing in the real world, but they are focusing up in that rainbow with those 10 cups. So, the card itself really does say that they have to deal with all the real world issues, but they're choosing to be optimistic. And again, I think that, sometimes maybe that optimism gets you in trouble, but also it's like what makes Pisces who they are. So I feel this is kind of like saying, I think you just need to learn to embrace your optimism on things that are worth your time, and this goes for all areas of your life. And that's what I would pay attention to here. You have the Death card, definitely a big change coming in. I mean, even with the Tower and the good stuff, again, some of you could be moving or traveling, or you could be making big changes in your life. I do feel like, I don't feel like this is talking about, tiny little death changes necessarily. I feel this is talking about big changes coming in for Pisces. So, buckle up, Pisces. I think that there's going to be, a lot of moving and shaking for you. I think I said it too, Scorpio, last week as well, that it seems to me like the water signs are going to be like the movers and the shakers of the zodiac moving forward through the summer. So, again, and what I mean by that is big changes. So if you want to make any big changes, now is the time, and I think big changes could be good for you. You have this Justice card. You could be getting positive karma, or you could be literally getting justice in your life. So I feel that you could be getting some sort of justice, or you could feel like the universe is bringing you justice, which is great. This could kind of continue that message of receiving blessings in your life. I would also make sure, I do get something about balance here. So I would make sure that you are balancing out your energy, that you're not spending too much time, just working or only playing. I would make sure that you're doing things in balance with that Justice card. I feel more of the balance message. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Five of Wands. Again, I feel like some of you are conflicted in love. So maybe you have, maybe this right here is love. But I do feel there's like a Ten of Cups coming towards you. This row represents what's coming towards you now. And I feel there could be like true love coming in for you. But again, I feel like you have to be open to it. The Five of Wands also, those people are using sticks. They're not using swords to fight. So I always say, like, they are learning how to fight. So it's saying, what did you learn in your life through conflict, right? With the Death card, you have the Hermit. Yes, Pisces, you. Yes, this is Virgo, but I feel like you've been through Hermit mode. I feel like you've kind of climbed to the top of this mountain, and now it's time for you to shine your inner light. It's time for you to, like, show the world what you're made of. As I always say to you, I feel that people will see what you're made of. But again, you have to do something that is maybe outside your comfort zone with that Nine of Pentacles, or something that requires effort, right? Nine of Pentacles, good card, gratitude and luxuries, pre-Empress energy, but it also, those grapes really represent something that requires effort, or requires you to maybe put in some work to build something. With the Justice card, you have the Nine of Swords. This could be justice from a round-around situation. So if you were stuck in a round-around situation, or if you were in a situation where you were kind of like spinning your tires and not really getting anywhere, that could be a relationship, a business that isn't getting anywhere, it could be your health that isn't getting anywhere. Whatever it is, I kind of feel that's where this balance is coming from. We see a lot here that really would encourage you to leave a comfort zone. Again, this right here is a comfort blanket, and it basically says that he's in pain, but he's like not in enough pain to make a change, right? So the card itself kind of says, don't wait for a tower moment. You have the tower here. It says, don't wait for a tower moment before you make a change. It's like you can make changes in your life now. You can get out of these, any uncomfortable situations now, but you have to actually end the cycle. This is a cycle, and you have to be the one to bring it to a close. So I would encourage you, like if you're stuck or if you feel stuck in anything, how can you change it? In the area of the good stuff, you have this yin energy card and this flexible card. The good thing is I feel we are in a time where we have to be flexible. So the flexible card is saying that you are being flexible at this time. That yin energy card is kind of like a more relaxed, kind of not forcing things to happen type of energy. And I feel if you could embrace that energy of just allowing, then, that's where all your success is going to come from at this time. You have the Tower, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. The Tower could be like a tower moment, and the crown is falling off the top of the tower. Same thing on the Death card. The King is dead underneath the Death card. In the tarot, this represents the death of establishment. Doesn't surprise me that everybody gets a tower constantly right now. Again, I always say that cusp between Capricorn and Aquarius, where Pluto is going over it, is the death of establishment, and Pluto is retrograding right now back over the cusp. It's not happening right this second, but it's slowly moving in that direction. And then at the end of the year, in like October, it's going to start moving forward, and it's going to move into Aquarius in November. So again, we have all this energy of kind of like the death of establishment. So I feel some of you could be experiencing that. Again, in the good stuff, the Tower could just be a move. You have the Knight of Pentacles, forward progress. Again, normally I don't really like the Knight of Pentacles, really, but he's the only knight that isn't making a move. It's like and the kicker with the Knight of Pentacles is that he has everything he needs to be super successful, but he's not doing anything about it. So, normally I don't like that, but again, it's coming up in the good stuff. So you could actually be making progress, or you could be moving forward and, making progress towards your goals or towards things that you're trying to accomplish. You also have the King of Swords. Again, if you're attracting love, I do feel you could be attracting a person who's more mature, who has their head on their shoulders. Doesn't matter what gender you're into. I think they just embrace the King of Swords type of energy, very wise, having a lot of wisdom. It could be a person who's been through things, similar to you. I always say that. With the Five of Pentacles, there's two people on it, So I feel for some of you, you could be attracting someone who has like a similar story to you, or you could be attracting a person who kind of like understands what you have been through, and this is a good thing. With the Tower, you have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I would be careful of someone coming back from the past here. Again, this is coming up in the good stuff, so it could just be an apology or something like that. But King and Queen of Swords to me are not seeing eye to eye. And, it could represent, kind of conflict, especially with the Tower, with a person. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you are more focused on your resources this month anyway, the entire month of May. If you're watching this before the middle of the month, because I do publish these a little bit early, again, I think the whole entire month of May that you are really, really focusing on how you can increase your finances or finding better ways to make more money. And again, I think that for you, a lot of this has to do with karma or, kind of money blocks or challenging situations that you've been through in the past with your money. And I think you need to realize that we're in a different time. Things have changed, and you don't have to like punish yourself anymore financially. So there you go. With the King of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles. This would be financial stability as well. So a lot of you could be attracting more financial stability, or you are taking action to improve your financial stability. And I kind of feel that there with the King of Swords. We're going to pull 5 main themes. We're going to see what else wants to come up here. Yeah, are you kidding? You have this choice card. I literally said the choice on that, Lovers. Your first card, and you have this choice card. So you could have a choice coming up, an important decision. This could be between like a past person and a new person, even with the King and Queen of Swords showing up, and also the Lovers. With the Ace of Wands, I would definitely pick the new path with this energy. But it's funny because this is Mars in Libra, and you have that Justice card. So justice is like cause and effect. Like, is it better to invest in a person who never invested in you, is what this looks like to me, or is it better to give a new person a chance who might invest in you, right? And I think that the new person, if you're picking between people, is the right choice here. I also feel that some of you do have important decisions coming up. You have this versatility card, yes. This is the sun in Gemini. So you being flexible and versatile, and, I think that is your superpower for sure right now, is just, just like Gemini, right? The two dual signs of the zodiac. You can see things from both points and from both sides. You can kind of, see things from different perspectives. And it's like you can swim up the current and you can get stronger, and you can also go with the flow. It's like you can do both things, and neither is right or wrong, right? It's like sometimes we have to go with the flow. Sometimes we have to swim up the current to get stronger, right? Like both. So I feel for some of you, it's like you're just being flexible in how you accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. You have this order card. I feel like you are bringing order to your life. I feel like you're more focusing on what's important as well. So I kind of feel that, where it's like you've learned your lesson. The whole entire reading says you've learned your lessons, and now you're kind of implementing lessons that you've learned. Next, you have this defense card. I think you will block out a past person. So again, if you do have a past person who's coming in, I think you'll be like, thanks, but no thanks, right? And I think you're going to just keep it moving forward here, Pisces. And finally here, love it. You have this fortune card. Yeah, like you are very focused on creating, building, leaving a legacy, as I always say to you, or kind of creating good fortune in your life. I really feel the universe is on your side here. It's kind of like a weird reading. It's like a good reading. I think that, something really good could be happening for you. You have that pig card where it's like pigs fly, but that would be my focus if I were you. It's like focusing on the big picture, focusing on, accomplishing whatever your goal is, and kind of like weeding out these two things right here, Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. So if there's some sort of cycle that's repeating, or if you're on some sort of hamster wheel, like working on a project that's not getting anywhere, or being with a person that's not getting anywhere, I feel like this is saying, like, you've already learned that lesson, so move past it so you can be, so that you can be successful. But this looks pretty interesting. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.